It says I'm live. Yay! Wonderful. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm so excited for all of this. I have I've done a video for drumming, and I was talking about the calling of like feeling called to drum with women right now. And the overwhelming response of all of you of such high interest. It's so wonderful, like the enthusiasm. So today, during our Sunday morning inspiration live, we kind of talked a little bit about drums. It started getting into the conversation. So I said I would make a video. So I'm doing that right now. And then I wanted to talk about how do you select your drum? How do you choose a drum, right? There are many different ways to do it. For me, this is my first drum. This is the first drum I ever bought, and I didn't know anything about drumming. I just kind of was really inspired, and I heard there was a drum circle, and I wanted to have my own drum. So what did I do? I went to Guitar Center and I bought this drum. Little did I know this drum would travel with me all over the world and be a constant companion for over 2 decades. 1998. Let's see here. Wow, 26 years. 26 years. Oh, I love it so much. I love it so much. As a matter of fact, this drum even went with me to Burning Man twice. And it actually caught on fire as it was sitting in an art car on the night when the man burned. It was just kind of a shift in the wind, kind of made it a little exciting, we'll say, for the moment. So this was my first drum. I really didn't know much about drumming or anything like that. However, I fell in love with this image. Look at, there's the earth, and there are the people and the animals drumming and dancing. And this just had such a feeling of community for me, and I just loved it. So I bought this drum. And this drum, like I said, has traveled with me everywhere, and I love this drum. Now, 26 years later, they no longer make this drum with this artwork. They still make, this is a Remo, and they still make this drum, and it's called a buffalo drum. This is a vegan drum because this is made of a fiber skin. Okay, so it's not made from an animal skin, it's made from a fiber skin. The benefit of having a drum, at least one drum that has a fiber skin, is that this drum will play if it's cold, if it's wet, if it's raining, this drum will play in the rain. This drum will play all the time, right? And its tone remains the same. Its tone remains the same. So that is not true when it comes to animal skinned drums. Their tone changes with humidity in the air, right? So when there's moisture in the air, it changes the tone of the drum. So sometimes you will see drummers holding their drum in front of a fire to warm the drum up so that the skin will tighten again on the frame. Because when the skin gets moist, it stretches, just kind of like if you got your leather shoes wet, it would stretch your shoes if you were wearing them, right? So the same kind of thing is happening with the drum. So this is one of my favorite reasons for having a fiber skin drum. And Remo makes a couple of different kind, right? A couple of different kind. They have this buffalo drum. They have it in black and white. They also have like a comfort sound drum. I've never played that or heard that before. However, you can take a look at it. It's about the same price. I did put in the description below some resources in Amazon and Guitar Center and eBay. There was an elk drum that I actually found on eBay that I felt was was of good quality. And so I've provided those links for you. Actually, I didn't provide links because they were like 700 miles long. So what I did is I provided the title for the item in each website. So you can just kind of search that and be able to find it. So I did make it a little easy for you. Anyhow, those links were just ridiculously long. Okay, so this is my first drum. This is a fiber skin. This drum right here, they don't make it like this anymore, but this drum here is has rope, and it's got some screws or whatever so that you can actually tune the drum. And this is how you hold it. Not bad, not bad. I've held this for many, 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 many hours drumming for many, 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 many things in many places. So this is a 14-inch drum, so that you can get an idea of size. This is a 14-inch drum. I can fit it in my larger suitcase that I check. And usually, you know, I will do that. I'll set it in my larger suitcase along with it inside of its bag. And I can check this. This is kind of easy. This travels really well. And like I said, it maintains an excellent sound. So this is a fiber skin. And even though they don't have this artwork on it anymore, you can actually take your fiber skin, and I've seen people do this, and actually paint your own drum. Maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll paint our own drum one time. I have to do a little bit of research and find out what paint is good for drums. But that might be something we could do together. Okay, so this is a 14-inch fiber skin Remo buffalo drum. All right. Now this little guy has been with me a lot of places too. Oh, I love this one. Oh, you can talk inside of your drum. This is my sweetheart. This is my sweetheart. That's my Old Faithful. This is my sweetheart. This is my sweetheart drum. This is deer skin. And see, you can see on the back, it has sinew. And then this also has a handle, right? Where you can hold on to it. And I love how it's pulled tightly around the frame, the skin. It's pulled tightly around the frame. See here? There's a lot of skin there. That's good. And I love how many points there are, like where the sinew interacts and straps into the drum. So this is a traditional Native American drum. This is 12 inches. It's not really big. It's not really heavy. It can be played for a long time. I love taking this with me whenever I go somewhere. However, it is temperamental to the weather, and it has a different kind of sound. So a hide drum is absolutely, I think everyone should have one. And I just want you to know that they are a little temperamental to humidity. Right? However, most of the time you'll be able to play your drum. You'll just be able to play your drum just perfectly. And I've used this drum in ceremony. I've used it in all kinds of events. And this is my sweetheart. So this is 12 inches, just so you can get an idea of size. And, you know, you want to make sure that whatever drum you're selecting has a mallet. Right? So this is my deer skin, my little sweetheart. Now this drum is a little bit different. It's shaped differently. Right? Has a nice full body. And, you know, some people really like this shape. I love this drum. However, this part of this drum, I'm not really crazy about. I think I was saying something about this in the Sunday morning inspiration. See this hole here? You have to hold the drum like that. Well, after a while, that gets really tiring to hold it like that. The drum sounds beautiful, but I can only hold it for so long because of the way that that's set up. But I think I have a solution for this. I think I've come up with a solution. I might be able to find someone that can help me. So this is an octagon-shaped drum. And it has a really beautiful sound too. And this here is a little bit different. You can see it doesn't quite go all the way around the frame. The skin kind of drapes over the top. However, the thing that I'm looking for are a number of these that pull that skin really tight on the drum. That's what we want. We want the skin really tight here. So when I'm looking at drums, these are the things that I'm looking for. This right here, yeah, not crazy about this handle. Not my favorite handle. So in the drums that I've selected in the description below, I didn't pick anything that had this kind of a handle in it. But great drum. I wanted to share it with you. I wanted to not only show you this, but I also wanted to share with you, like, you see the drum like this and go, I wonder what that sounds like. Feel that in my body. Oh, it's still singing. Oh. So in our time together, as we experience the drum, you'll be able to listen to the drum and hear the drum talking. Oh. So I'm excited about that. So this is what an octagon-shaped drum sounds like. This is not my favorite handle situation here, for sure. But I do love this drum, and it's really pretty. Oh, I'm not gonna do it. All right, and then my big boy. All right, this is a drum that was made for me. This is my ceremonial drum. This is an 18-inch drum. This is a big drum. This is a big, heavy drum. This is elk. Elk. So we welcome elk. Now you'll notice that the sound is not as resonant as some of the other drums. Like the tone doesn't linger as long. And you know why? Because it's a thinner drum side, right? Once again, the skin is really pulled nice and tightly, and this is a thick skin. As you can see, you can just see by looking at that. That's a thick skin. But see the sinew and see how it's wrapped and it's tied? And there are so many places where the sinew is pulling the skin onto the frame, right? And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for, oh, and see this right here? I think I can do that. I think I can do that in that last drum. I think I can put a piece of wood in the middle, right? And make a little handle because I've got the hole. And I noticed that when I looked at this. I was like, oh. So maybe when I go to Serpent Mound, I might be able to see the drum maker and ask him if he can put a piece of wood in that little drum. All right, so this is an 18-inch. This is a pretty good sized drum, right? So as you see, I've shown all the drums that I've shown you all have mallets, right? And for our experience, if you're going to be doing this journey with me of getting to know your drum, selecting a drum, building a relationship, using this as this is a relationship that you're going to build with a spiritual tool, right? This is actually, even that doesn't embody all of it. It's so much more than that. This is coming into relationship with who you are. We all come from tribes. If we were to take our lineage all the way back, we all come from tribes that drummed. And in many tribes, the drummers were women. In many. So having a relationship, returning to the old ways, coming back into harmony with who we are and remembering where we came from and our relationship to these beautiful, beautiful gifts that we've been given. These gifts that we've been given. And so the drum is one of them. The drum offers us so much. It's such a divine gift. However, we have to build a relationship with it. We have to build a relationship with our drum. And then our drum can take us so many places. Our drum can take us to healing. Our drum can take us to empowerment. Our drum can take us to vision. Our drum can take us to our ancestors. So this here is a gift. And I'm so excited to share this gift with you, to give you the opportunity to come to know your drum. Maybe you already have a drum. How can you deepen your relationship with your drum? How can you really honor your drum? And what does honoring your drum look like? Honoring your drum means playing your drum. You know. And so I would like to create opportunities and experiences for us to drum together, for us to hold drum vigils all over the world where maybe we're not, drumming at the same time, but there's a specific day where we drum with an intention, and I'll say this, there are opportunities to join with women all over the world as we drum together, as we're manifesting and creating the new earth, right? Together in this beautiful way. And the drum can help us on our journey. The drum has been there for me so many times, so many times, so many times. So many times when I needed healing, when I needed answers, when I needed comfort, the drum was there. I've stood at the edge of the ocean with my feet deep in the sand, with the water coming up around my ankles, drumming to the ocean, and just my deepest gratitude. So this is a relationship. This is a beautiful journey that we have the opportunity to embark on together. And I'll be posting more videos to help along the way, right? And we can do this together. We can definitely do this together. So this is my ceremonial drum, elk. I watched this drum be born. There's beautiful moments like that, and maybe right now we don't have the time for all of that to make a drum. I've never made my own drum. Wouldn't that be an experience? But I think you have to have a drum maker, a master drum maker, show you how to do it. Because to make a drum like this, that's skill. That's skill. All right. Now I'm going to show you another drum just because it's here, and it's probably a drum that you're very familiar with or you've seen. This is a very popular drum, and this is called the djembe. Let's take this. Right. This is my first djembe. I probably got it a little smaller than I should have. This is in the 8-inch head. I could probably use a 10 or a 12. But good thing is I have small hands, right? So my hand at least is small enough that I can hit the top of the drum head. And that's what you want. So if this were any smaller, it'd be too small for my hand. But I didn't know anything when I was buying this. I really had no idea. So I bought this. I thought it looked kind of groovy with this. This is goat. So with this goat hair still on the skin, I kind of liked that. And this is played differently. This is played with your hands. This, I would say, is probably not the drum that I would suggest if you want to follow along with me in my drum journey and calling women and drumming. This is a little bit different. This is This is just it's just not as whatever. I haven't played this drum as much in my life. I didn't really learn a lot of African beats and things like that. And this drum loves to be played in a certain way. However, it is a lot of fun. I've got bongos and congas and all that kind of stuff, right? And but for what we're going to be doing, I would suggest a hand drum. So that's a djembe, right? It's a djembe. And it's my little goat skin, and that's an 8-inch. You want to kind of like, that's as small as I could definitely go on a hand drum, a djembe like this, right? This size. So that's it on that. And djembes are fun to play, and I actually know some incredible teachers. And you know what? Guess what? You can learn how to play the djembe on YouTube too, right? Oh! Wait a minute. Oh, I'm gonna have to save it for another time. I was gonna do a surprise, but I'm just gonna have to do a surprise video a little bit later and show you something else. And yeah, I think it'll be a lot of fun. So I am really excited about what we are going to co-create together with drumming. And I think the most important thing that we do right now is that we just do things that inspire joy and happiness and delight in our souls. And I know for me, drumming has been a huge part of my life, a huge part. And is such a delight to share it with you. So I hope that this video helped you in figuring out what kind of drum would be the best drum for you, whether it's a natural hide or a fiber skin drum, either one. And just make sure that whichever drum you get, it has a mallet so you can play it like that, right? Because there are other drums that kind of look like those frame drums, and they're not. They don't have like a handle on the inside. They're meant to be held at the rim, at the edge of it. So there's nothing on the inside. It's just like hot. It's just empty on the inside. There's no handle. And those drums are pretty inexpensive. And it's not going to be what you want. So I just want to kind of preface that for you. So make sure that you're getting a drum that has a handle on the back side of it. All righty. Well, I don't know. I'm feeling a little ceremonial right now. Gosh, this is a big drum. And so we'll close this little YouTube video and say thank you so much for watching. I so appreciate you. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, if you would, that would be great. And if you would watch another video, that'll really help me get rid of the commercials. I would so love that. All right, you guys. Until we meet again, be loved, beloved. Enjoy your day. Aloha.